Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Bell. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Bell. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, Lamichael Pirine. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Bell on the carry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Tighten up, tighten up. Let's pull it together. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Red 80. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Red 80. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
55. 53. Check 53. Hey, lady. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, lady. Here we got Mike, number 6.
From the 29, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
2 times. Hey. 40 seconds.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A 1st down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Okay, here we go on 4th. Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Jets 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Bell on the carry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch him stir at the mud, at the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on sight. Red, free, red, tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Jets 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and
it's caught inside the 25.
bring it!
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Jets 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
He'll take over first.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
you worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Back at the 20-yard line.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up second and goal.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds and they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Pass, and now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Chiefs 42. Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
Yellow. Get in the weight room. 47. Attack. 47 is the mic.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
6-yard line.
Yellow. Check 47. Switch. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Come. Watch out. Attack. Watch out. Motion.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chiefs 49, Jets 13. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, Bruce, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game Like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A 30-yard attempt.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling here.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
Squish, squish, double, double. Squish, squish.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Now Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.